because it's like,
Peace and blessings, and welcome to the Soul Logistic Radio Show, Monday morning quarterback. I'm your host, Doug Evans, the unknown icon. And look, somebody's trying to step in. Fat Talented Minister Information. We get him when he get it online. And our special guest, Bigg Trinn. What's popping, Bigg Trinn?
hey, good morning, Doug. What's up? Is Tommy up in here?
He's trying to get himself together, get himself situated. I don't see him on the
Come on in, Tommy. Well, good morning, Doug, man. I see something going on over there. Hey, man, you know this is a great morning for me, man.
I see.
This is a great
The
morning.
Eagles,
There
there
he
you go.
go.
Fat
There he
Tony, what's
go.
popping? Hey, man, be careful. Don't be driving and texting and stuff, bro.
I'm pulling over right now. I just decided I had to go back. I looked up, said it's noon. I said, let me go back to where I just was at so I could do this show.
Okay. Hey, big trend in the place. The Eagles 24, Ravens 19. I'm so happy y'all beat the Ravens, man. I don't know what to do. Hey, but let me get this started. Let's start with this. Mainstream media, the narrative is that Josh Allen is the new MVP frontrunner. I got a problem with that because one, the buildup was Philly versus the Ravens, Derrick Henry versus Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
Ravens is like a Super Bowl caliber team, right?
Yes,
Saquon did his thing against the Ravens.
Yes.
Right? Josh
Tommy's
Allen
second favorite team.
Josh Allen beat up a bad San Francisco team in the snow.
Yeah.
You know?
In his own element.
In his own element.
Well, let me say this. Philadelphia looked like a contender. They look like, woo, people better wake up. I mean, they really look like they're a good team. I mean, they are a good team, not look like they're a good team. And so people better stop sleeping on them. And Baltimore is proving. Lamar is going out every week proving that Fat Tommy has vision and can see. The boy is a bust. The man is not made for the lights. I keep saying it. I don't care. They will not. You know what? Now I'm going to go even further. I'm going to go even further and say Baltimore may win one playoff game. One. Maybe.
Wow.
And I don't even think they're going to win that one. I think they out the first round.
Hold on. You saying here on Monday Morning Quarterback that Lamar Jackson is a bust?
He said that last week.
I said it last year. Remember? Wait. Let me just say how I came up with this. Every year after I left the Commanders when they was the Redskins, I said since players can leave teams, I can leave as a fan. I said, what I'm going to do is, Doug Nim got at me because I wouldn't even, look, in the middle of the season, I was flip-flopping, right? They was like, Tommy, you can't just change game to game. I said,
no,
okay.
You can't do that.
That year I did because I was like, I don't have a team. So this week I like this team. So then I said, okay, what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to pick a team and stick with it all year. Last year, that team was Baltimore. I was like, yo, I've been following Baltimore. They got the best team. They are primed for the Super Bowl. I was on Lamar. I was swinging between Lamar's jumps. That's how I was so down with Lamar. And then he let me down. And then everybody said it was the coach. I said it's not the coach. All he had to do was run 5 feet. The first down was right there. He don't need a coach or nobody to tell him. God gave him 2 feet. Run with him. He didn't
Tommy,
do that.
You think yesterday he should have ran a whole lot more?
I think this is why I'm going to say he's not a bust. What I'm going to say is he's not a superstar. See, superstars make the right decisions at the right moment. That's all I'm saying. And last year in the playoff games, he didn't make the right decisions. Last night, yesterday, he don't make the right decisions at key moments in the game. Being great isn't necessarily about having great plays all the time. You can have a bust the whole game, then the defense hold them, and then the last play of the game, you hand the ball off to Henry and he run for a touchdown, and they think you're a hero. You didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So he got to know where he's at and make the right moves at the right time, and that's what I'm not seeing. What I'm not seeing, and people first, look, I didn't follow him. This is what they said first. He was young, new to the game, okay? That was, how long was he young for? He was a rookie for 3 years. For 3 years they was going, he young. I'm like, yo, everybody else, when the playoffs start, they say you no longer a rookie. Everybody but him. Everybody but Lamar was a rookie until the playoffs. Once the playoffs started, they go up, you're a seasoned vet now, you're in the playoffs. Now you talking fast forward 3 years. They still making excuses. Last year, they told me it was the coach. I said, man, it ain't got nothing to do with the coach. Great players tell the coach, I said it last week, they're not calling those plays in. I'm going, the coach don't know what he's talking about. We going to do this. And when I do it, I'm right. And then they go, oh, we need to listen to him. He has not shown that.
So officially on Monday Morning Quarterback, the Ravens are no longer your second team. Is that what you said?
That's
Long
what we
story
want to know.
short.
Well, here's the thing. Because I'm loyal, I won't dismiss him in the middle of the season. I'm not going to dismiss him in the middle of, but yes, in my heart, yes, I'm done with him. I just ain't going to drop him mid-season. I'm not going to do him like that. I'm going to let him play out the season. I'm going to rock with him as my second best team, but I no longer have faith in the Ravens or Lamar. Like, Lamar is gone. If we was outside at Pecan Acres playing a pickup game, and you got the quarterback of Petersburg High School, who I know and I rock with. I seen him last week, or the boy from Dinwiddie. He looked good
Yeah.
on the news. I'm gonna go with the dude from Dinwiddie because I already know what he gonna do. He gonna look. He gonna look good until it matters. Then at the key moment, I'm gonna go. Okay, we on the 3. This is for the win. It's 25 seconds left. Hike the ball. We go into the Super Bowl. He gonna hike the ball and drop back 30 yards, run backwards, throw the ball from R2, get sacked, and we down 90. Now we got 98 more yards to go with
Well,
4
we
seconds
done
because he
seen this
ran
guy
around
do
for
some
25 seconds.
dynamic things. We done seen him do some dynamic things before. He done
Yes.
jumped out there and had, he done won the MVP several times.
Listen, this is what I will say. This is when they say even a broke clock is right twice a day. If you throw so many plays, if you do so much, eventually, look, if I go out to the game and they give me the green light like I'm Steph Curry and I shoot 99 times, I'm sure I'm going to make at least 10 of them. I shot 100. I'm 10 for 100. It looked good because, look, what matters is when I take my 10 shots. If I make the end of the shot winning game, they forget that I missed 99 shots. And that's what we've been doing with Lamar.
So, Big Trinn, what do you see Philly? How far you see Philly going? Because I think Jalen Hurts should be in the MVP conversation. So, where you see Philly going?
I think Philly can go all the way. And I'm not saying this just because it's my team. I think we can go all the way. Because what we do know about NFL football is defense wins the game. And I'm not going to sit there and say that Saquon don't have a tremendous part of the change, because we can do the play action because we got AJ Brown out there. Hopefully we can get Smitty back. We got Goddard out there that can snatch that ball and run a touchdown as he did yesterday, and that kind of lit us up and get us going. We got so many people on offense that can do the job. I don't think it has to be solely on Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts is doing a great job of just facilitating, handing the ball off, run when he need to run, pass when he need to pass. But that defense is what's steamrolling teams and keeping them from getting where they want to be. They're not scoring. They're not getting opportunities to stay on the field. Third down, you back. It's 3 and outs every time. We done lost time again, but it's always a 3 and out. We're doing a good job of that. So I think we got a strong chance of going to that Super Bowl and changing the narrative from what happened the last time we was there. Jalen Hurts got a nasty taste in his mouth from that last Super Bowl because he was a couple of plays from being an MVP Super Bowl winner in that game. And I hated to see it, and I hate to see that look on his face when he's sitting on the sideline.
So you trust your coach?
I do trust my coach. And the reason why I trust my coach, because he kind of leaned back a little bit. He was a little bit overzealous last year. He did some things, some cringeworthy things that I did not like. Even this year, with some of the plays that I knew he was calling, because it looked like some of the plays that he would call. You got Kellen Moore over there. He a babyface guy. He came from Dallas and he picked some good plays. But I still think Sirianni was kind of, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
But he's not doing that with Fangio. He's not doing that with Vic Fangio. Their defense is lights out. Jalen Carter is lights out. Their back end is doing their job. Cooper DeJean, did you see him slam Derrick Henry yesterday? The fundamentals of football.
Whoa.
I swear, I feel it in my bones. Philadelphia Eagles can go to the Super Bowl and win it.
Hey, we got to talk about Russ cooking, man. You know, Russ, listen, I'm so proud of Russ.
Steelers? Woohoo!
Woo-wee. You see that, Fat Tommy? Did you?
Yes.
But now they're talking about, now Cincinnati was favored. But now this morning, all I heard is their defense is so sorry.
Yeah, I've been hearing that so much.
But before the game, they was favored to beat us. What
they
is
were.
this?
They were. They was basing that on Joe Burrow. They just knew. See, they always think that Joe Burrow, and I'm not going to lie, did you see some of the stuff he did yesterday? He did some great stuff. Their defense didn't help him at all. But Russ was, man, he was amazing yesterday, man.
Let me tell
because
you,
the first interception wasn't his fault. So I think Pittsburgh, watch, we're going to beat the daylights out of Cleveland this time. Watch.
Because y'all got a strong defense.
We gonna win, and we got a easier schedule now, I think, than Baltimore. I think Baltimore gonna have some problems.
We got Big Trinn in them. We got Philly, we got Kansas City on Christmas, and we got Baltimore again, and Cincinnati again.
Listen, that's why we're gonna show the world right now. Listen, this is what's gonna happen. Let me do my Monday morning pre-game selection. Here we go. We got the Browns again, right?
Yeah, we got them this week.
We're gonna win this game. You can go ahead and check that off. Go call FanDuel and put $5 on that one. Boom. Put a check beside
that. and don't back out.
Let me tell you.
Hey, Fat Tommy, before you lose your point, and before I was telling Big Trinn that I had a chance to win $1,000 from $5, but it came down to one game, Tampa Bay and Carolina. But the game got so close, they asked me, do I want to cash out for $250? I cashed out. I got scared.
Man. You know,
hey, $250 is still good, though.
Well, it's very good for $5.
I checked my FanDuel. I'm up to $43 right now. With Pittsburgh going to the Super Bowl, so I'm still look. Hey, I'm up. I'm ahead. I am ahead. But listen,
I would love that. That'll be the battle of the Keystone States.
Yeah, we waiting on that to happen.
I'm not worried about. I think we're gonna beat Kansas without a problem. There's only one game I'm worried about.
Who's that?
There's only one game I'm worried about, and that's Philadelphia. Here on Monday morning quarterbacking, I want to hold off because literally I done watched enough games this season. We could beat Kansas. I'm not worried. You know why? Our defense is, man, they're not getting ready to do what they do on everybody else. Our defense is too good for them. We're going to show them exactly what time it is. And then Russ, all we got to do is make it a defensive game, and Russell will figure out how to get us at least some points. That's the whole
my sleeper pick this week is that the Chargers is going to beat Kansas City.
Hey, man, because Kansas City's record does not reflect who they are, man. They win a lot of little tight, sneaky games that could go either way. Like this game last week with Vegas, man. I'm like, come on, y'all. What we doing, Vegas?
And on your game, Justin Tucker, what are they gonna do about the field goal kicker in Baltimore? Whoa.
Yeah, he left a lot of points. That was 7 points he left on out there.
Yeah, he could have won the game. That could have won. If the field goal kicker would have did what he's supposed to do, they would have won.
Because they would have kind of gave him a little momentum, and they could have. You know, now it's like you got to go for every fucking thing.
No, they lost by 5, right? And he left 6 points on there. He left 6 points, and they lost, but he'd have won the game.
Yeah.
If the field goal kicker would have did what he's supposed to do, we'd have won.
Hey, what is that? Hey, what does they call that when it's in your head? The jinx? What do they call it? Something when you got it and you just can't get it out your head. It's like
I don't know. I can't think of what the name of it is, but he knows it too because he's too much in his head. He's trying to overthink it.
When you black, they tell you this, man, you're going to have plenty of time to get it out your head from at home on the couch. Because
yeah, they're going to fire that guy, man.
Right. Sit at home.
And Thomas says it's called fire if you black.
Right.
he done, man. I think, you know, even when he did his press conference today, he said, I'm tired of keep having these same press conference meetings at the end and saying these same things, man. I don't know what it is.
Hey, that's going to come and haunt them in the playoffs. What would you do if Big Trinn, if you was in that situation and it's the playoff game, and you going against the Steelers, and it's a 50-yarder field goal to win the game, what would you do, bro?
Man,
I
listen,
would say,
and I got Jake the Make out there, and Jake the Make is performing like Justin Tucker. Man, I'm gonna be so nervous, but I'm gonna light a fire on his ass, and I might even bribe that guy, man. It's something. Jesus Christ, man! Do you know what this means to us?
You're gonna make him more nervous.
I know. I just probably screw it up, man. I couldn't be the coach, man. But if
man,
I was the
well,
coach, I don't know if I'm seeing this happening, if this is starting to be a trend with this guy that's on my team that I always knew that I could depend on, but I gotta also think, man, is this guy a little long in the tooth? He done been here a little while, so maybe I need to be always having an extra pair of shoes in the closet when it's time to step out.
well, here's the problem though. Imagine that you on the 40-yard line, and so it's like a 52-yard field goal attempt, or you got Lamar Jackson right there, and it's only 1 yard. And so if you hesitant to go for the 1 yard, that tells you what the problem is right there. If you can't believe in your kicker, then you got to go with the quarter. And what I don't understand is you got Henry. You could always go to Henry, but uh, uh, I would never put it in the hand of the kicker no more because he messing up. And now I'm telling you, as the coach, I would resign because I'm scared to let the Lamar have it. I'm scared to tell him, man, go ahead, do your thing, man. You got this, Lamar. It ain't but a
Say
yard.
you resign
Yeah, because listen,
right in
you
the
gotta
middle of the
go.
play. I resign.
You gotta go 1 yard. Listen, you gotta go 1 yard.
If it's 1 yard,
He
then you
he
already know
goes
what
out of the
Philadelphia's gonna do.
shotgun.
And it,
He goes out of the shotgun, kicks, and then runs backwards. So now he's 40 yards back from the line of scrimmage. We had
I
one
never
yard. We got
understood why people
41
do
from
that.
right here. This is
I
what,
think everyone should
and
just do the tush push or the brotherly shove or the
Yeah.
man, if you got Lamar Jackson, if you, I mean, even Russell Wilson will line up under the center man and go. You got it. If you shouldn't even be allowed to be in the NFL if you at fourth and one and you can't go under center and get 1 yard. If you the
yeah,
quarterback and you can't go under center and get 1 yard, that's like 9 times out of 10 that should be a first down. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. And so if I'm at 3rd and 3. If I'm 3rd and 3 and I got Henry, I'm running it both times. Henry, you at least
But you
gonna make
know,
3 yards in two
but
plays,
hold on,
right? You
you do
you got
know, but you do know Derrick Henry is almost like Barry Sanders. They take a lot of losses before they get that one big one also. So Derrick Henry, he take a lot of losses too. So if you try that 3rd and 1 and you know what I'm saying, he got to get going. So he could
Yeah, he
lose
that's
got to
it.
build
why
up a head of
that's why I'm
steam.
going with the quarterback sneak. That's why I'm going with the quarterback sneak. I'm lining up under center
Yes.
and pushing the man. I done seen it my whole life.
Philly
Yeah.
got
From
it.
1965 to 2010, all they ever did was line up under center, get the ball, and reach it out. Just stick the ball out there, and it's a first down. Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing? Now we all of a sudden acting like it's this brand new football. Line up under center and fall forward.
Yeah.
Well,
Fall
it's, there's
forward.
so much
I mean,
film now and so many techniques and so many coaches that's trying to figure out a way to keep that guy up and swipe that ball out. So, you got
Yeah.
so many chances that it could go wrong. It happened to us. We do the tush push so often that it's not always 100% effective. So it's been times
man,
where
come on.
Jalen
So what
Hurts,
is it? 99.8,
oh, we going for it
99.9%.
regardless. If it's 75, we going.
Right. I mean, that makes so much sense because listen, you put Henry behind Lamar and tell him to push Lamar forward. That's all I want you to do is push Lamar forward.
Yeah,
It's no way we don't get a first. Every team in the NFL should do that. Like, it's no way
yeah.
that the average team doesn't get 1 yard on that play. And when you
So
Mm-hmm.
don't get it, listen, when you don't get the 1 yard, this is like what my nephew told me. My nephew is transferring from New Mexico and said he wanted to go to one of the power something schools. And I was like, but you playing every day at New Mexico. You starting. And he said,
Yeah.
if I can't start at a Power 5 school, I ain't going to the NFL. What are we talking about, Unc?
mm,
Like, you saying don't go over here. If I can't go over here and play, what make me think I can go to the NFL and play?
Mm.
So I told him we need to revisit this at the end of the season because I still think it's something about getting film and playing. But my point is this:
Yeah, he made
if
a
you
great
can't
point
get
too.
1 yard in the NFL, I'm not sure you could beat that team. Like if you up there and y'all at 4th and 1 on the one, 4th and 1 on the goal, and you only got 1 yard and y'all kick a field goal, that I just said I could beat you. On the corner, that means I could beat you for real.
Yeah.
If that's a fight and you decide to go for the field goal, I can whoop your butt. That's what I'm saying. I could beat you because you wouldn't go
So
for it on the one.
so when the Dolphins, my bet with the Dolphins fan that we will have a better record than the Dolphins. Dolphins took an L. What is it? Christmas against Green Bay. They can't
Yeah.
play in the cold.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
They can't play in the cold, bro. What they gonna do in December and January?
I
They
told
look
you it's
like they was
over for them.
freezing.
They done.
They done.
They done.
Everybody says they done. Dolphins done.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think they're a shell of the team that they were before Tua's when he got injured, man. Right before he got injured, they was like they always are every season. They come out firing on all cylinders, and they look like a team that could be great, especially with the speedsters that they have out there with Waddle and Hill, and even in the backfield with Achant, Mostert, Wilson. They got a
Right.
lot. Even their tight end even now is doing better. But when Tua went down and the uncertainty of him coming back, and even with him coming back, will he be the same player if he goes down again? You know, they fall apart when he's not there. So then when you got to rebuild after he's coming back as a shell of the person that he was, because you still can't say that he's not playing like in a little bit. Everybody's nervous. They all on pins and needles for this guy. We didn't see it too much.
Yeah, and
So
mentally I
do
won't give
you
my all because it's like I didn't did everything. I don't even know if he's gonna make it next week. So why am I
do
out
you,
here?
do you think it's really the cold or is in their head? Because it seems like they got the shiny toys, and like you said, everybody's speedsters and everybody's
Yeah.
fast. But when it comes to December and January football, you got to be able to, you know what I mean, hunker down and handle the elements or whatever, you know?
Yeah, because injuries, that's when injuries are, you got guys getting injured easily. It's getting later on in the season. They've been having injuries that they haven't been speaking on. They've been playing through pain, and sometimes it just be a little bit too much. And it seems like with them, they just pretty boys, they out here for the flash, and
Yeah,
you guys are Pittsburgh Steelers are the polar opposites of those guys, even when it comes to the climate region, with the
Well,
cold and the hot. It's just like it's different because you got a team that's gritty, and I like their coach, but he looked like a surfboard kid, man.
just think of it this way. Right now it's 70 degrees in Miami.
Yeah,
Okay, it's 70 degrees in Miami.
they want a
They
smoothie.
waiting for the season to get over so they can party the rest of the year. Like they going
Yeah,
out tonight. They going out win or lose. We had a game. I played for the Dolphins. That's all you need in my like in other cities in Pittsburgh. If you're not winning, it's not gonna be fun for you at Chili's on Friday night. If you in New
not at all. You
York,
can't even
it
go get
ain't
a
gonna be
coffee.
fun for you. But if you in Miami, they probably come up to you, tough one, tough break, Charlie. We'll get them next week and send you a drink. You ain't getting no drink if you in New York or if
That's
you
right.
in Philly. They
you
not
in the bar,
buying you
you at the bar, you got to argue with the whole bar. You know what I
right. You
mean?
got to go home. You literally
What are
got
you
you in
doing
Philly trying
here?
to get a cheesesteak. You got to go home.
Yeah, get
Hey,
out of
big,
here. Go practice when you can't even catch a fucking cold.
hey, Fiz, music, what you working on, Big Trinn?
Oh, man, I'm always working on something. You know what, man? I kind of got into my bag with writing more. Uh, I have working is 12 hours at certain times at night. It's an old gig you had too, Fat Tommy. Working at night and working. I tend to write a lot of songs. I've been coming up with a lot of stuff. It's a guy named John Sykes, a producer I've been working with. And I got like 2 or 3 tracks that I've already written. I just haven't recorded them yet. And I've been talking to Courtney Brown. She used to work for, I think she still is an editor for Source Magazine, maybe .com or whatever. I've been talking to her. I've been sending her a couple of songs. I sent her Big Rewards. I sent her a few songs and she likes it. She just want me to write more, kind of get into my groove. And It's a hobby till I get a dollar.
So,
Got
hey,
that right.
so what you think about you listen to Kendrick's album? Have you heard Kendrick's album?
I did listen to Kendrick album, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. As of late, I have not been much of a Kendrick fan, and it's not because of the beef. And I really don't think that he should even be in a beef because he's a great artist, and he don't have to do stuff like that. But I mean, when you got it in you, you're gonna do it. And I don't think nobody want to fool with him. But I think this album, to me, I feel like I don't like to be cheated, man.
I like
And
two songs. I like two songs. I like the SWV joint and
that's
another
smooth,
song. I
but
like
that's
those. I like two
The
songs.
Luther, you ain't like the Luther joint, the one with the Luther
Yeah,
sample?
that's
Yeah,
the
see,
second
those
one.
songs are great. And see,
That's
when
the
it comes
second
to
one.
that, and I'm not, and see, this could just be me being so
Do you,
critical.
Big Trend, do you think it's a West Coast vibe? That's why, because it seems like it's a West Coast
It's
vibe.
definitely a West Coast vibe. And see, I don't want to be swayed to keep hearing two different versions of Not Like Us when it's kind of been pushed down our
There you
ear.
go.
So I
There
think
you go.
with him, he's so original and he's so creative. I think that he could have. I think that was maybe he was persuaded to do that, maybe from labels or whatnot,
Yeah, I feel
because it
you.
is a good sound, and that sound generated a lot of music. Even now with people criticizing and some people saying the album is mid, and some people saying it's a genius at work as usual. Um, it still is kind of locked in the first 5 spots on the charts. He's
Wow.
still
Oh yeah,
controlling us.
and he sold 382,000 first week, so he had the best first week, so he did great this
Come
year
on, and that's good.
from a sales standpoint. He's doing awesome. When I first heard it, I was disappointed. I,
Yeah,
I I didn't like it at all. But then I said to myself, hold it. Let me go back and listen to it without any preset thought pattern of what I'm expecting because I like Kendrick so much I be expecting. So then I went back and listened and I fell in love with it. I was like, you know what? I really like it because it does have it's opposite what he's been doing. What I always look for in an artist, the way I like to consume my music, is I like it when an artist changes up and gives me
Yeah.
was unexpected and does it in a way like I appreciate the West Coast because it's really paying homage to home. I like the fact that he went in and just didn't make songs; he made more like battle aggressive songs. And then I like that he toned it down. Let me ask you a different question though, Trent. Did you listen to Tyler the Creator's album?
I didn't listen to it yet. Uh,
Okay.
and my son is a Tyler fan, and I didn't listen to it yet. He asked me the same thing.
My
Uh,
daughter, she's a Tyler fan. How old is your son?
my son is 18.
My
Okay, my
niece
daughter's
like
16
my
and she
niece like
loved
him, and
Tyler.
she's 13 and she like him. And guess who? Guess who's her number one rapper?
Who?
MF Doom.
You know what? Let me tell you,
Wow,
MF Doom. Listen, every
That's
semester,
crazy, right? That's
this is
that's
crazy.
my ninth.
impressive.
This is my ninth semester teaching. Right? I've never had anybody say that Eminem is in their top 5 in 9 semesters. I've
Me neither.
always had them say three names have come up every time. Lil Wayne for 9 semesters has been on somebody's top three.
Hmm.
MF Doom. MF Doom came up so many times. I had to go back and start listening to all his music
Yeah,
because
man, he a sleeper,
I
man.
feel left out in class because my students talk so much about MF Doom.
Yeah,
And the third person is either Kendrick Drake or whichever. Pick one of them, Kendrick Drake
Well,
or
I
J
understand
Cole.
that because the age. What's the age limit of your students? What's the
Well,
age?
I got one dude that they call Pops in there. He's 30, right?
Okay, okay.
Everybody,
yo, yeah. See, that's old to them.
everybody else is 18 to 22.
So, Big Trend, let me ask you this. Stuck on, I gotta ask every guest this because somebody's gonna steal his question sooner or later. So,
Hmm.
Big Trend, stuck on the island. Stuck on the island can only have one artist body of work with you on that island. You on there by yourself. Who's the artist?
You know what? When I heard you ask Velvet this question, I already knew what his answer would be. He loved Jay-Z, but I don't think he knows what my answer would be. And my answer would be Bob Marley.
Woo-wee.
I would take the legend. I would take Bob Marley and I would just listen to all of his music, and that would be my vibe. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I tend to get so tired. I think that's what I'm gonna say this. This is gonna go back to your previous question. I think that's why I don't listen to Kendrick or Eminem or people in that degree so much, because I don't like the animated voices and sounds
Right.
that are throughout the track. Like I could
Oh,
listen to like Man in the Garden. I love Man in the Garden. People that probably go on my page, my Facebook page, and hear me kind of criticize Kendrick. I never got into what I do like. But Man in the Garden, man, when you hear stuff like that, when he does stuff like that, it's refreshing. And I could hear that a lot. I could probably listen to that, but Bob Marley is probably who I would take on that island.
well, what do you think about the Bob Marley movie that came out? Did you like it?
I didn't like it.
What about the movie you didn't like?
I feel like, you don't give us enough. You
Right.
don't tell
Hey,
us
listen.
everything.
It's almost like the mother was the executive producer because they didn't go in like they could have went in, right?
Yeah, give
And
us
But they
that
only
makes a
had
great
2 hours,
movie.
man. How long y'all want the movie to make?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, you could have took some of that filler stuff out and dropped some real stuff in there.
What
You
you
know,
want?
like
What you want the people to know?
wait, you know, like in Ray, they showed some things that
I know,
Ray had
but
to
for Bob
deal
Marley,
with.
what is it that you think we should have knew that we didn't know?
Well, about the other women that was in his life.
Exactly.
No, he did. He got in a fight with his wife that night. It was over the
No,
women and the kids. He
no,
said, "I
no.
raised
Where
your
We
all
want
the
to
kids."
see all the perspectives, though.
Yeah, where all them other kids came from? What's the other kids' mom's perspective of what's going on?
The
Remember
The
in
time
movie
Ray?
left,
about
the
Bob.
time
Hold up,
Look,
span.
the
listen,
movie
listen.
about my life, not my baby mama life. I don't
No,
need my
but
baby
listen,
mamas all up in the movie.
but in the Ray movie, remember they showed that young lady perspective that got hooked on alcohol that loved
Yeah,
Ray. That made
yeah.
the movie that much more interesting. You see what I'm saying? She
Yeah,
was in
But
a
that's
group.
why they got an Oscar, and this one got Rotten Tomato.
Boom,
they put one lady in it that gave her perspective. The one that was with him. I mean, I thought it
boom,
was all right. I
boom.
didn't really. The,
It
the
was
lady
okay.
that
And then, a lot of biopics are not really that great. They complained about Biggest biopic, the Tupac All Eyes on Me. They complained. Um,
I didn't like either one of those. As a matter of
right,
fact,
that's what I'm saying. Like the only
I
one
thought
they
Biggie's
really
was
kind of like,
terrible. But
the
okay.
Ray one was great.
I thought Ray
Yeah, the Ray was
that
great.
probably was. That's a high standard though. And then you're talking about Ray
Yeah,
Charles.
But I think it was because, like I said, they hit every point: the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you want to like if they did a Sam Cooke movie, if you leave out
right.
what happened in the hotel,
You
it's
know,
not a good movie.
Yeah.
I flew on the plane the other day and I saw a movie called um um Muhammad Ali, and it was about leading up to his funeral and what Louisville did. And I said, "Wow, they never told." This was an awesome documentary on the
Hmm.
burial of Muhammad Ali, and we never saw it. Like, and I mean, it was that's one that we got to check out. If you get a chance to see it, it's called they call him Muhammad Ali, and it's just a documentary on the leading up to his funeral and how he said he wanted it to be great, and Louisville was nervous because they didn't want to host all them people, and they said it was the more people than had ever been there. Like, Barack Obama came, George Bush came, Bill Clinton came at that event. It was just totally awesome. I was just
All
amazed at
right.
how big Ali really was.
Last question: did you see the Shine documentary on Hulu?
I didn't. You know what? I'm looking forward to seeing that. I was looking at his interview that he had with Mav Hoffa the other day. I was just looking at a little bit of that, and it was because I was trying to figure out where I could go find the
It's
documentary.
on
Where is
Hulu.
that? Where can I see that?
It's on Hulu.
I'm gonna look at that as soon as this interview is over with.
It is very interesting, man. That's what I mean. Like to tell the good, the bad, and the ugly about his pops and stuff like that. And
Yeah, he was touching on that on Mav Hoffa. Yeah,
yo,
that's why I want to see that too.
just to
I need to
see,
check that out. That's a
just to
good
see
one.
what these rappers, some of these MCs going through before they try to make it and stuff like that. It's just real interesting to see that. It ain't the same story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Rap
So
is so
Well, wait,
different now,
I
man.
have one question for you because this seems to be popping up on my feed all the time, and it's
Uh-huh.
that Little Wayne being
Yeah.
upset and commenting. Do you think Little Wayne is capable of having of organizing a legitimate battle against Kendrick Lamar?
I think he got the bars to do it, and I think that he got the wherewithal to do it, but can he do it? Is the thing.
Well,
Like,
first he's almost.
Will he be focused like Kendrick? Kendrick got Jedi focus right now. It's like
Right.
this is his lane.
Well, I think
Right.
Wayne is too old and too rich. Number one, it take a
He
lot to
kind of
get
out of touch with it, right?
right. I mean, to get all built up about a battle. That's number one. Number two,
Plus, I don't think he dissed Wayne.
I don't think that was a diss, but I think in rap that's a diss. Like, okay, because
Yeah, because you called my name.
why you even well, because he said he let Lil Wayne down, but that's because Wayne is all tripping, because Wayne, he really should have said you acting like a bi, but like really you really tripping. But the
Okay, I can
point
see
is
that.
this: if Wayne couldn't beat Pusha T in a rap battle,
And that I heard that too. I heard
he,
this come up. Yep.
I mean, I don't even. Wayne was given a throne. Everybody that likes Wayne, my son's first favorite rapper was Wayne, and I think it's because they looked at him like, I don't mean this in a negative manner, but like a troll, a cartoony character. Like my son just saw the dreadlocks, like a silhouette of him, not really a person. Because when Trey liked him, he was like a
I
little
love your
kid,
takes, man.
huh? It was a little silhouette. Like you fell in love with an image, a caricature. Think about it, okay? Because I keep asking people, everybody who says this, including my students, I keep saying, like you just said, you think he got the bars. What bars? And we can actually pick his best bars. You move in silence like lasagna. G's move in silence like lasagna. One great bar. I call that a brainstorm. That's too good. Like we know the ones. He
I
don't
think he
have
got a
enough
lot
great
of them, man.
records.
I think it would be more surprising than what you think, but I just don't think. And like me and Velvet had this talk. Velvet thinks it's the complete opposite.
I
Velvet
know.
think he would
We know.
destroy Kendrick Lamar. I don't know if he would destroy him, but I
I,
know
I,
that it
I
Destroy
won't
think
isn't
be.
even. You
I,
know what?
I, I think it's a sense of entitlement. Like you're not even a New Orleans fan. You're a Green Bay Packer fan. How dare you, the
Yeah,
man that you're supposed to play the Super Bowl? And another thing,
I don't
you
think he should do that.
you don't want to spar with somebody who's at the top of their game. You know, it's almost like
You never
you
had a
good,
fight. You ain't never
right?
had a fight, Doug. I have never known you to have a fight, and you decide that you want to get up and go fight Mike Tyson at the
Yeah,
prime of his career. That don't seem logical,
Yeah,
bro. I
that's the
can't
only thing
ride
I'm
with you
kind of
on this
leaning
one.
at too.
right. Oh, I
Because
used
it
to.
kind of make me worried because like for real now I won't lie to you guys. I Drake don't have an album that I will go to and pick up and go listen to, but he got a lot of hits.
Yeah, a
I
lot
done
of
been in the
singles, like
clubs and I
30.
done
Yep,
jammed and I done been in the
yep.
car and my radio in my head been bopping, and I just don't know. Like this guy, man, Kendrick, man, he just I don't care who you are, how great you are.
Well, what we should keep in mind is that Kendrick didn't battle Drake. He battled all of his writers. Drake checkbook for
You
days.
think
Everybody's wait.
that people write
Okay,
all of his music?
Drake said he got ghostwriters. If I'm in a battle with Kendrick Lamar, every one of my ghostwriters, every one of them, I don't care. All of y'all, we working this week. Every last one of us is at work.
Well,
What are we talking
who
about?
are they?
I'm at war right now. I don't know who they are, but
Right.
every one that I got, I'm getting them all. The third grader that's in elementary school that's sending me little notes, I'm getting him. I'm getting the person. I'm going all the way back. I'm getting Jay-Z and whoever else I got. But you know what I really
Well,
believe?
Tommy, in Drake's defense, because I hear a lot of people say this. They say he got a team of writers, but I only know one writer, and that's Quentin Miller. And wouldn't you think that if you wrote a hit for Drake, that you would be frontline and maybe even have a record deal? Because you wrote for this guy that's generating
Nah,
millions for
because
Apple Music
a
and
lot of people,
Spotify and all these
the
streaming
reason
sites.
you're a ghostwriter is because you can write. You can't necessarily deliver. A lot of people can do music, can write music, can't do music. Like
Right?
just
I
because
agree.
you could give me Drake's record, it ain't gonna be a hit. Like I have no rhythm. When I get up there, I'm gonna mess it up. So you can't. That person can't. But
But
I
would
might
we
be a
have
phenomenal.
more than one name, though?
Huh?
Wouldn't we have more than one? The only name I know is Quentin Miller.
Well, my whole point is that Drake couldn't do it with all of his everything.
Well, he should be rich. He should be rich for writing for folks.
Right. And plus, when you're a
Exactly.
ghostwriter, that's the whole point. A ghostwriter is like the girl that work at the strip club. When she see you at the grocery store, she don't act like she know you. You just threw her $5,000 yesterday, but you at the grocery store, she walk on by you. Woo. You know, that's
You
how
know,
that go.
But you know,
well,
wouldn't
hey,
that guy be the guy with the Maserati that would say, "Hey, you know who I am? I'm the freaking guy that wrote God's plan."
Not,
you're
I
like,
mean,
hey, cherry on top. Like, what? I'm supposed to be
Oh my
saying
you
God,
that.
might,
you
but you
wrote
know what?
freaking God's plan?
Nobody will believe you. No one will believe you. No one will believe
But
you.
I
You be
know
like,
what you
you ain't
mean
write
though,
that
like,
song.
huh?
And no one will believe you. They be like, you lying. You ain't write no God's
Yeah, you
plan, man.
didn't
That's
freaking
Drake's
write
song.
that. You didn't write that.
Right. But
I did. I wrote Tootsie Slide too.
I just think that a couple of reasons why they can't beat Kendrick is because one, Kendrick kinda is a battle rapper. That's number one. Two, Wayne was rich. Remember now, Wayne was 15 when the Hot Boys dropped. He been rich. He don't even know what it feel like to be poor. So he
I
never
don't
Yeah, he
went
think
was
to
saying some
hell.
stuff too.
I
Like,
don't think rich.
I don't. They
I
don't.
don't think being rich got anything to do with it.
Because
Are
it has, you
you?
gotta have a
Are
certain
you?
hunger. You
Uh,
gotta have a certain hunger. You gotta have a desire to go. Look, think about this, Doug. You got $50 million, and I'm trying to get you to go in the studio and do another Soul Logistics record. And you out skateboarding. You living your best life. You skateboarding. You doing stuff you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I just saw him post a TikTok. He at the skateboard park right now. He don't want to
yeah,
stop
but what I'm
skateboarding.
saying, if it's something that you want to do, you can do both. But like say like LL Cool J, battle LL Cool J. Say something about LL Cool J right now, and it's on.
Oh
You see
yeah,
what
he
I'm saying?
turning up.
Yeah,
He
but he
rich,
like, but see, that's
but
the
he a
type of
rapper.
person. That's the
He's a
other reason why Wayne shouldn't do
And
it.
50
That's
Cent
not
wrote
who Wayne is.
for LL.
He's a rapper's rapper. What I'm saying, and I think people build Lil Wayne up to be a rapper's rapper, but I don't think he's a rapper's rapper. He can rap, and he had a moment that was crazy, but I don't
Yeah,
think
he had
he's
a
a
mixtape moment
rapper's
that was out of this world.
You
because
know what happened? All these people are fans of Wayne. Drake,
Yo, big time. We love Wayne.
Kendrick, all of them is his fans, so they don't really, really want to like. First,
right.
it would expose him to being not a great rapper. That's number one, and I don't think Kendrick want to expose man because right now we living off of a reputation of Wayne. If me and you go in the studio and we really start pulling out records, and we read them because when I do this with my students, they got to come in class and bring me the lyrics. Now let's put them up on our iTunes and let's read what he's saying and tell me about these great lines. And then go through them, and then they be like, "You right?" Because Wayne's lines to me is like a kid with ADD. The first sentence don't match the second sentence. Yep, it's
Well,
two
but
great things, but they're not making sense.
no,
It's
Yeah, he
like
see,
do kind of hop. He hopped from
right. He be saying, it's snowing in Buffalo. Ooh, I love that girl. What? Huh?
no,
nah,
but see,
nah, man.
but see, almost, because that's almost if you did that same thing to like Method Man, you would say the same thing. But at that moment when Method Man did it, you like that's kind of dope.
No, I
So
It,
have to
was it
see
sometimes
the
was
it's
it was
lyrics.
spicy. It
When
was
you come
dope,
in
and it was
class,
hitting.
and we have these debates, I read my lyrics just like I had them read theirs. We pull them out. When they try to tell me, a student came in class and argued that Queen Latifah and Glorilla are the same. That they both stood up.
Nah,
Wait, hold it. That they both stood up for women's rights. They said that Queen Latifah, what she did, allowed Glorilla to have the freedom, and so then Glorilla took the freedom, but she wasn't gonna say what Queen Latifah was gonna say. She gonna say it in 2024. So when you actually start doing a contrast and comparison to the lyrics and have people actually talk about them, you can find some comparisons between it being um unless you bring in UNITY. But I'm talking about when you're talking about just lyrics, you can find lyrics that
just
fall in
just because
line.
just because somebody said one or two liners that's positive, don't mean they're
No,
on the
no, they
same.
weren't positive. That wasn't it. It wasn't they
They
were
ain't on the
positive.
same frequency. What I'm trying to tell you, some lyrics was dope at a particular time. Right now, if you wrote Rakim lines down in 2024, you'd be like, almost like jokes, Eddie Murphy jokes. If you say them today, like, that wasn't that funny, but back then it was hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
well,
You
I
like,
had a friend. I had a friend that made a comment the other night on my Kendrick post, and he said he didn't like Kendrick, and he thought that Kendrick, if he was an artist in the '90s, he would just be average. Because we had some lyrical monsters in
that
the
could
'90s,
that
man.
could really be true though.
Yeah,
That could
Think about
ruin
it. If you listen to this album that he just dropped, there are not any GOAT-like bars. So, like, see, when people look at rappers who rap, like you would look at a Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes can extremely rap. KRS-One can rap. Biggie, the Jay-Z's, they can rap. Even, and I'm not even discrediting Kendrick. Kendrick is one of those guys that can rap, man. It's like when you hear certain bars that Lil Wayne do, it's more metaphorically. It's more of I can do this because of that. It's more of it's not a rap that means has a meaning at the end of the song that you can say, well, you know what, I can take this from that. It's just a bunch of compiled words that rhyme.
Right.
Yeah, over a dope beat. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of it is clever, and you would have to be a person that's patient enough to really even want to tolerate Lil Wayne, because he's another one that I wouldn't take on the island because the voice would irritate me after the third day. How long I got to be on this island?
I'm going with Stevie Wonder because the catalog is so big. I need a giant catalog. You talking forever?
You know what's crazy, because you said that. It's something that blew my mind. Like, I feel like, at me being almost 50 years old, I'm 49 years old, and I heard, what is it? Not the Gangsta's Paradise, but the one that he made that they made from Gangsta's Paradise.
Yeah, his record.
Man, I never heard that song before.
Yeah,
I
his
never
original
knew that's where that came from.
Wow,
yeah, because he performed it with the Brat. They did it on I think Barbara Soul Train. That's the night the Brat forgot she couldn't do her lyrics. But
man, I was shocked.
But if you go all the way
that
back to when he was a teenager playing harmonica, you will have music forever. My whole thing is I'm gonna need a big catalog, and I don't want to hear like Jay-Z is gonna get monotonous.
It is.
J. Cole is gonna get monotonous.
It is. Most rappers are
gonna get monotonous because they don't. Even Outkast, who I say constantly evolves, is gonna get monotonous. Stevie Wonder, when you listen,
all of that,
he has songs that sound totally like you didn't even know it's the same person. If you actually start going through his catalog, it'll give you a lot more diversity. That's what I would
make me want to.
Yeah. And if you do, you'll go, wow, this time you might have it right. That's one of the catalogs. I would even consider him a Prince, but Prince lost me in the last like 10 hours. It seemed like he just started putting out material, so I don't know. I'd probably stick with Stevie Wonder.
All right, Big Trinn. Any last words, man? Appreciate you for coming, man.
Only words that I would have to say, man, I really thank you guys for having me on here. I appreciate it. I love to talk sports. I love to talk political stuff, all of that good stuff. I just like to talk. I won't shut up. But what I want to say before I leave is, fly, Eagles, fly. What is that? EAGLES, Eagles. Hey, yo, thank y'all for having me on, man. Monday morning quarterback, y'all got it going on. Soul Logistics, Fat Tommy, Doug, y'all got it.